Hi everyone, this is Father Ted Paraskevopoulos again. It's my last night here in Constantinople. Uh, I think I'm getting a little sick, so I've almost lost my voice, and I apologize for that. Um, I'll probably be doing probably one more blog with Father Tim tomorrow at the airport on our way home. But I just wanted to kind of say a few words, a little bit about the conference that we just had, the youth forum, and the purpose of it because I think there's although many of you who have been following our video blogs have loved them and have expressed your comments that you really enjoyed them and you like to see what was going on here, and I tried to show as much as I could on the extremely busy schedule that we had. Some of you had expressed concern, or there were also negative comments, as usual, as there always are, by a few people about the purpose of the conference and whether anything was said or anything was debated or discussed about the situation in Syria today, also the situation in Cairo and in the Middle East with Christians. Of course, we all see the news about the persecution of Christians in the Middle East. This is not something new. It's something that's been happening for many thousands of years. Since the beginning, it has come to the forefront with the problems both in Cairo and in Damascus in the recent months. And just to those people who, were posting certain negative comments about why none of the blogs discussed that, and were we even talking about this? I just wanted to respond to those people and say that the purpose of this conference was neither political, nor was it to discuss Christian issues in the Middle East, nor was it to discuss any kind of general Christian issues that face the church or church or interreligious relations with other denominations or with other religions. Basically, the purpose of this International Youth Forum was to bring together youth workers, those people who are organizing their youth groups and working for the youth in all parts of the globe, to be able to begin to create an international network, most likely through the internet, that will allow youth workers to interact and network with one another and to change and exchange ideas on how youth ministry can best be done in the respective metropolises. In the Orthodox world today, we are a little behind in this compared to other denominations. There is much great work happening both in the United States, in Canada, in Australia, in Europe, in Asia, but we lack, up to this point, an effective network, a forum to be able to discuss these things on a global level. And so, sorry, this is what this conference was about, specifically focused on the issues that youth are facing throughout the world. That also includes the Middle East, of course, but not just the persecution of Christians, but also the difficulties we face being able to convey the faith to the youth, to keep them involved, into young adulthood, all the problems that we face pretty much everywhere in the world, and we know them very well. This does not mean that because we did not blog or we did not have specific seminars that have to do with the Middle East, that the conference was of no value. It was not the purpose of the conference, and not all conferences can talk about the Middle East and about the Syrian conflict. And this is why I address this issue, because some people made some negative comments about how we should be talking about that and nothing else. We have to remember that there are many issues in the Orthodox world, and there are conferences and forums needed to discuss all of them. Of course, among us, we discuss these things, and we send our hopes and our prayers to the people in the Middle East. And of course, the metropolises across the world have already mobilized and sent funds and help and relief, especially through IOCC, International Orthodox Christian Charities, to these war-torn places to help the Christians. So there's quite a bit happening in the Orthodox world, and I do suggest that those people who are negative sometimes to look up the type of relief efforts that are being done through our metropolises in Canada, in the States, and all over the world for these people. I just wanted to set the record straight and to let everybody know that the purpose of this forum was to bring together youth workers and to discuss how we can synergize and cooperate with one another on a much better basis and a much wider and more effective basis so that we can help our youth and also learn from one another, learn from those who have already implemented programs that are effective that perhaps we have not thought of or we have not had time or the money or the resources to implement in our own regions. This is a wonderful thing. It's a very positive thing, and I commend all the people who are responsible for it, especially and foremost our ecumenical patriarch, who not only thought of this and brought this conference to fruition, along with the youth committee of the ecumenical patriarchate, which includes His Eminence Metropolitan Nikitas of the Dardanelles, and especially Deacon Nifon Simalis of the ecumenical patriarchate. These people are working tirelessly to help us bring and pool our resources together for the good of the youth of everywhere in the world. And this should be commended, not criticized. May God bless you, and we hope to see you again tomorrow. Amen.